As a country, in a grip of poverty and a devastating HIV pandemic, causing a declining population with many children left orphaned or abandoned, Swaziland is left desperate for hope. A glimmer of hope stared in a couple, Kevin and Helen Ward, who could no longer walk past the street children without doing something to help. Kevin answered God's call to begin a ministry by reaching out to the least and the most disadvantaged. This was the beginning of Challenge Ministries Swaziland. It was clear that families were desperate for food and could not send their children to school. This led Kevin and Helen to start a soup kitchen ministry to the children who were homeless. They then found a safe haven in 9 stick and mud houses, where 45 children who were rescued off the streets were now receiving meals that consisted of donated bins. These stick and mud houses eventually became the Emafini Teen Challenge Men's Center, as God's gracious provision made it possible to start a rehabilitation center to free the youth of drug and solvent dependence. The children's homes grew as social welfare was bringing more and more homeless and vulnerable children to the home. It wasn't long until they received a generous gift that allowed them to relocate from their rented facilities and purchased 4 homes. They lived there until they received a donation to purchase a 15-acre farm at Hawane for a new children's home to be built. Hawane's children's homes continued to grow with up to 100 children on the property in homes of 6 to 8 children per house, cared for by a house mother. The list of children needing a home continued to grow, and God again provided a solution. Some of the children from Hawane were moved up to Bulembu to begin the homestay, and today more than 360 children call Bulembu home. God gave Kevin a further vision to reach rural areas in Eswatini through the In-Community by Community Church Plant program. With the church, pastor's home, and preschool on each side, the community is ministered to and the children receive food and education. Today, 28 ICBC sites have been planted with a long-term vision to establish 60 ICBC throughout Eswatini. The ICBC vision was set in motion, and Bulembu was growing from strength to strength. The men's program was turning out wonderful young men of tremendous character who became a blessing to their communities. The Women's Center was seeing women restored to their true identity and purpose, yet still God was saying there was more.
Hi everyone, my name is Mtutuzi Fagotse. I am from a family of 8 siblings. I grew up in quite a difficult situation in terms of accommodation and food because I lost both of my parents when I was 8 years of age, and my other siblings were still young too. We were all still in school, most of us in primary school. So when my father died, shortly, like a year after that, my mom passed away too. Completed my school here in Bulembu, which was a huge achievement for me, because I really never thought I would go this far. Like, looking from where I'm from, it's actually a tough situation here in Swaziland. And then I went out to do my college in Baban, and I studied welding, which was so exciting for me. I love welding and I enjoy it. So currently I've got a certificate in welding, arc and gas welding.